hello, everybody.
Hello, Laverne.
Thank you for
How do?
joining.
How do?
Outlaw.
How
Thank
you
you all.
doing there, Mr. Ed?
Well, pretty good, pretty good. Good to see you
Thank
guys
you all
again.
for joining us today on the Hood Conservative Podcast with my guest. All right, I like that. With my guest, the Outlaw Gator and Mister none other than Ed Vidal right here.
Thank
Um,
you.
and you can tell them, remind them about the Integrity Brigade and what you
Oh
all do.
yeah. Well,
And hi, Letitia. Now I had reported that I was going to interview the family of the little boy. A child was I'm gonna just read a little. A child was punished for being healthy. The with the boy's family, son survived 2 years of chemotherapy. His parents documented every treatment, every pill, every visit to the doctor, and because he looked too healthy, now y'all listen to this. Because his child looked too healthy, the St. Jude affiliate and Novant Health accused them of medical neglect. And this isn't medicine, it's malpractice by bureaucratic red tape and a lot of other stuff that's involved. Now, I was supposed to be interviewing this family today, but DCF just showed up and paid them a surprise visit to their house. So that's the only reason why they're not on this show right now. Mark, I think you have a little clip about this family. They're in North Carolina. Mark, can you run that clip about this family, please?
You are under threat of imminent, basically kidnapping by Child Protective Services because your son is too healthy.
That's right. He's doing amazing. And we're sitting in our home today, terrified every time we hear a car in the driveway. It turns out to just be an Amazon truck. Every time the phone rings, we don't know what's going to happen next, and we're trying to live day to day, and we have jobs, we have a nonprofit we run, we have a farm animals to take care of. We have 4 kids. They need us, and our heads are just like I'm just sitting here nauseous. I don't know what's going to happen next, and it's all preventable if they would just have a conversation.
This is horrible that a family would even have to go through anything like this. It's just totally unbelievable. So, I'm praying for that family that everything goes well today. Like I said, DCF just showed up to their home before they were supposed to come in for this interview. So anyway, prayers up for them, and we're gonna move on a little further. So Ed, you could talk about the Integrity Brigade.
okay. Well, thank you. Last Saturday at noon, Laverne was nice enough to come and speak to us at the Election Integrity Brigade monthly meeting here in Doral at the Longhorn Steakhouse, and she talked about what her work as with the food bank and also her run for Congress. And the Election Integrity Brigade is made up of people who were upset after the 2020 election was stolen. And so we all got into the Republican Executive Committee of Miami-Dade County. We were either committeemen or alternates or one thing or another. The meetings, they set up a election integrity subcommittee, and I was the vice chairman. Henry Zarb was the chairman, and so we recruited really about a dozen people who were interested in election integrity. Election integrity is what we do is we do poll watching. We provide poll workers. We check out the machines when they have logic and accuracy testing. We started working on the voter rolls, checking the voter rolls, and all that stuff. But then after a couple of years of that, we realized that the Miami-Dade Republican Executive Committee was not really interested in election integrity. And the biggest shock was that whenever there were new positions to be filled, the board, the executive board, which is about 6 people, would not inform the alternates and other people interested in running for committee positions, but they would just ambush them at their meeting. They would have their candidate. Nobody else knew that there was an election coming up. And so that way they unfairly controlled the access to being a committee man in the Republican Executive Committee. And so we asked that they comply with the state law. There's a state law that requires every Republican Executive Committee to provide to the supervisor of elections of their county with a list of their members so that we know what positions are open, what positions there might be an election for. They wouldn't do that. They didn't do it. They hadn't done it for 2 years. So we had an altercation with them, and we walked out in June of 2023. We set up our own shop. We're a private corporation. We are not affiliated with the Republican Party. We're not chartered by the Republican Party, and we have continued very strongly. We've continued with all the work that we had been doing before. We've added more things, and so this was, we were very happy to have Laverne being a spokesman there. The one thing that we are planning, though, is we have continued to push for legislation, for example, to tighten the election integrity requirements in the state of Florida. For example, there's no way of double checking if you're a U.S. citizen when you register to vote in Florida. It's taken at your word. And we know how many illegal aliens and other non-citizens have come into Florida in the last 2 or 4 years. And, the Secretary of State, who's a Republican, doesn't seem to care. He doesn't care if these people are checked or not. There are other things. For example, the Republicans still, until we yelled, the Republicans were going to pass this new legislation, calling it harassment by poll watchers when we were reviewing and looking over the shoulder of the poll workers. Apparently, the poll workers felt intimidated. The truth is that they had never been subjected to scrutiny before, so they didn't want us doing that. So we were able to block that legislation. So this is the kind of work that we're doing. We're doing legislative. The next thing that we're having is on Saturday, February 7th, and I'll have to be back to push it. We're going to be having a Reclaim campaign event where we're going to have various grassroots conservatives expressing their positions vis-a-vis the Republican establishment. And that's where we're certainly part of the grassroots movement here in Florida. And that brings up the big thing I wanted to discuss today is that whether you know it or not, the Florida Republican Party is in a civil war. There's no shooting yet, but
right.
We've had a civil war, and the civil war really, it's kind of like what happened to the Tea Party. I don't know if you guys remember the Tea Party. It started in 2009 in response to the Obama administration, the failure of the Republican establishment to block the election of a guy like that. W created the financial crisis that opened the door for a Democrat, and then McCain was a totally useless candidate, wouldn't fight, and he was relieved to have lost. So the Tea Party rose up against that. It rose up against all the spending, rose up against Obamacare, and the Tea Party helped the Republican Party win big in Congress in 2010. I'm sure you remember that. Even Obama admitted that it was a shellacking. However, what happened to the Tea Party is that it was co-opted and neutralized by speakers like Boehner, speakers like Paul Ryan, and then minority and then majority leader Mitch McConnell. So all the power of the Tea Party was really shunted aside by these rhino politicians, Republicans in name only. And it was only when Donald Trump came up in June of 2015 that the Tea Party, the grassroots conservatives, found a voice in the Republican Party. And we've seen how that battle has continued to today. I mean, when 2020, the Republican establishment was relieved when the Democrats stole the election. Okay. That may be hard for you to understand or admit, but that's what happened. The Republican establishment was relieved when the Democrats stole the election. And
yes, actually.
And people always ask me, How do you know the election was stolen? What proof do we have? There are no court orders and so on. Biden got 81 million votes. That's more than anybody has ever gotten. Even Trump last year got 77. Obama never got close to 81. So
Well,
it tells you,
they've already admitted that they stole the vote. They stole it. It's come out in documents that's been released. It's that they stole it.
I'll give you 2 states, Republican-leaning states, where the Republican establishment allowed the cheating to go on. And the first one is Georgia. Governor Kemp has a dubious record, and he allowed the cheating to go on. He and the Secretary of State Raffensperger allowed the questionable votes to be counted. I don't know if you saw the pictures in Atlanta. The full count. They sent the Republican poll watchers home. They said there was a water leak, which there wasn't. And then in the middle of the night, they pulled ballots out from under their desk and counted them. And so that was, and so Governor Kemp knew that was going on. He let it happen. Same thing in Arizona, where the McCain mafia in Maricopa County similarly worked your magic in the back room of the counting houses. And as a result of that, Cindy McCain was nominated to be she's now the head of the World Food Program at the United Nations. So that was her reward for delivering Arizona to Biden. So that's what triggered all the people in the Election Integrity Brigade to say, hey, we got to get involved with the Republican Party. This isn't right. And so what happened, though, was, as I've said, the Republican Executive Committee in our county was not really interested in election integrity. And that's why we set off on our own. And that is the battle that's going on. It's not just in Miami-Dade County, it's all over the state. And one of our colleagues, Kathy Chamberlain, I'm going to ask her to come by this fine podcast. Kathy Chamberlain, based in Pinellas County, she had written a book back in 2018 called Rules for Radicals. Or no, not Rules for Deplorables. And that what she did was she took the outline of Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals and applied it to how conservatives have to deal with radical Democrats, progressives. However, just last month, she published a new book, which is Rules for Rhinos, because she's acknowledging that the real fight today for conservative activists is not so much the Democrat progressives. It's the Republicans in name only who are in our own party and who are trying to get rid of us and are trying to make life hard for us. And the biggest difference is there's two issues that divide the rhinos from the MAGA Republicans. First one is, as I said, the admission that the 2020 election was stolen. The rhinos don't want to hear that. They don't want to be told that. They don't want to look at the evidence. They just want us to shut up about it. And the second issue is January 6th Capitol riot. The MAGA view, and it's being borne out, is that it was a false flag operation conducted by Nancy Pelosi, by the FBI. Nancy Pelosi blew up at a reporter who a couple of days ago asked her, why did she reject President Trump's offer of 10,000 National Guardsmen? Well, the reason she rejected it is she wanted the Capitol to be unprotected so that they could set up what happened. And then the FBI director, Chris Wray, said that they didn't have he didn't know of any FBI undercover agents. The FBI has admitted they had 274 plainclothes agents among the crowd. Right. So it was totally set up by the deep state. The deep state created a riot in order to try to cover up for a stolen election. And those are the two issues. The MAGA people say January 6th was a setup, and the establishment, the rhinos, don't want to hear about that. They call it an insurrection. And you can hear people like, Senator John Cornyn in Texas. They say, it was a terrible day, lawlessness by Republican activists, by the Trump MAGA activists. So those are the two issues. And they have led to a real split going on right now in the Republican Party in Florida, and I believe it's happening in many other states. We see people all over the country. There's a
actually, what we really need to talk about, those are all good, valid points, but that was like 6 years ago.
No, that's
And we
now.
beat
That's
that
right
horse.
now.
Well, we beat that horse
Yep.
to death. What we really need to talk about is what's going on today.
Yep.
And there is an evident split in MAGA right now. And what's really happening right now is we have people that are MAGA in
Right.
name only. We have people that are right straight up. They just say that they're America first, and they're not.
Right.
They're Israel first. Period. I mean,
Oh,
let's just call out what it is and just be honest about it. They will stand up and they will fight for it. Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is a perfect example. He is the definition example poster child for a senator that has openly admitted that he came in to be elected to put Israel's interests first. He has said it in interviews. We don't need a senator like that.
Well, it's
We
interesting
do
because
not.
I think Ted Cruz is going to run for president in 2028.
Well, Ted Cruz needs to get the hell out of politics. He does not have this country's interest first. It's plainly put it and said it. And there's APAC. APAC owns our Congress. I mean, period. I mean, you can look that up. That's public. That's public knowledge. All you got to do is just go to the FEC website and see who is on the APAC, who's on APAC's payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And that has put a solid division. That's put a division line right straight down the MAGA movement, and all these big accounts on X. You can just take X platform,
So who do
and
you
you've
think
got
is
these
true
accounts that
MAGA?
used to be, huh?
Who do you think is true MAGA?
Who do I think is true MAGA?
Yeah.
Oh, you can just go by follower numbers alone on X, and you take the average people that are not getting paid to make Israel promo posts. Those people,
Okay.
you can take an account that's got all of a sudden he or she jumped to a million and a half followers, and they have pro Israel posts, and I stand with Israel. They got Israel flags in their bio or
Would
next
you
to their
include
name. Those
Tucker
people
Carlson?
are not America first.
Candace Owen? Tucker
She
Carlson?
she is not. I wouldn't say she's true MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
She's not this fake MAGA out there. She's
Okay.
America first.
Okay. And how about Tucker Carlson?
America first.
Okay. Anybody else?
Laverne, America first. I feel that you would be America first. You put this country first before you do any other country, I would say.
Well, I'm a naturalized citizen. When my parents were, when I was a teenager, my parents were naturalized, so I was naturalized through them. And the one thing
I wouldn't look at you through that lens as far as to what country you put first.
Yep, but what I remember is one of the phrases in the certificate or the pledge of naturalization is that you renounce all foreign princes.
Yes,
and
sir.
I certainly did that. When I was a teenager, I knew that I was an American.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I would not. Well, first of all, by the book that I read, the good book, thou shalt not judge. I don't judge. It's not my place. But for lack of a better phrase, I wouldn't judge you by that. I judge a man by his character. So I would feel that you would be America first. So your naturalization status would hold no sway with me. I judge you by your actions, so I would consider you America first.
Well, I've been America first since I was about 14.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is there's a definite wedge, a line, a division, whatever you wish to call it, today in what used to be a grassroots movement called MAGA.
Yeah,
that's what that movement was created and started around or for or with Donald Trump in 2015 when he came down that escalator and said, "Hey, I want to make America great again. What do you have to lose?" That's when all of us forgotten, deplorable, hardworking, grassroots, blue collar people said,
Yep.
"You know, you're right, Don. Fuck it. What do we got to lose?" And overwhelmingly said, "Hey, let's put this man in office and see what he can do." And then we seen what happened. Obviously, we were over the target because they just went after him. Like you had said, all the way, like the history lesson you just gave us all, boom, 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 all of that.
Yep.
And then they cheated. They stole the 2020. We know that. And everything you were saying, all true, all the way up to right now. But right now, what are we dealing with? It's all the great awakening, the great noticing,
Yep.
all of that. We're all seeing it. Everybody's awake now. Everybody's seeing what's happening. And and by no means I will make the announcement right now, and so nobody goes and starts bashing Gator, saying that he's anti-Semite. No, I ain't said it. I haven't said I haven't said Jew. No, I haven't said that. Now, Bibi Netanyahu, that piece of shit, he is the one that's doing all the puppet mastering. Okay, it's him and his Zionist movement. They're the ones that are the problem. Now, they're all trying to push this Israel. Okay, Israel, the state of, is not the Israel from the Bible, which he's trying to say. No, that's two different Israels, and we owe the state of Israel not a damn thing.
So what should we do?
Christians do not owe the state of Israel
Right,
a
true.
damn thing.
So what should we do? Do you agree with the peace in Gaza deal?
There's no peace in Gaza. There never will be.
Right.
While the ink wasn't even coming out of the end of the pen yet, and they were still shooting each other.
Yep.
There's never been peace. There wasn't peace. They were killing each other before this country thought of being a country.
Yep.
So we're not going to be any purveyors of peace over there.
Yep.
They've been killing each other since biblical times.
Yep. That's true. What about
Since
the
they were
Iranian?
all from the same tribes.
Do you agree with
killing each other.
bombing the Iranian nuclear facilities?
Well, I'll tell you what, before we start talking about nuclear facilities, why don't Israel admit they got one?
Oh, they got
one.
one.
We know they got one.
Yep.
And we know they got one. Why don't they just go ahead and say, "Hey, yeah, we got one," and sign the same papers Iran did?
Yep. Okay.
Hey, Bruno, we see you. He said, "Good day
So,
from Bruno."
so before we start bashing Iran, not that I'm defending Iran.
Right.
So let's get that straight.
Don't do that. No.
So I'm not doing that. So let's put them both on an even playing field. So before Israel can start pointing fingers and talking shit, they need to get on the same level playing field as everybody else. So let's sign them papers, BB. Let's let the people come in and inspect your facility, BB. Don't talk shit unless you can walk the shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? I mean, I admit that Iran is in no way, shape, or form do they need anything nuclear, even a microwave.
Yep.
They don't need nothing nuclear. Maybe a nuclear power plant to give them some power so they can live like a first world country. I mean, everybody deserves to live comfortably.
They got plenty
as a human. So, but they don't need a nuclear weapon. Hell no. No way. I mean, I don't even think Israel needs a nuclear weapon as long as Bibi's in charge of the country, because he's always starting shit and then playing the victim. He's been doing that since he was in charge of something.
Bruno, is correct. There will never be peace in the Middle East. And he's waving, even though you can't see him waving, but he just wants y'all to know that he's waving. So
I
Mark,
see. Hey, Bruno.
can you
But
play?
yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure. I'm with you, Ed. I really am. I just
Yep.
want to make sure that the wedge is being drawn in between the MAGA and America First. That's where it's splitting.
Yep. All right.
There's
No, I
an
know. I
America
agree.
First now, and then there's the fake MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
So the real MAGA, those of us like you and I and Miss Laverne we're not really MAGA. I use the air quotes MAGA anymore. It's more of the real hardcore MAGA us have now just become America First, and
Yep.
then the MAGA in name is really just the fake people that are Israeli puppets.
Let me give you a warning. There's another division going on.
Okay, lay it on me.
It's between Rhino and America First,
Wow.
and it is.
Well, that's what I mean. Rhinos have basically taken over the fake MAGA. They're all kind of blending into one.
Yep.
We're kind of on the same page. We're just kind of calling it something different.
Well,
But
the
I'm
real
with you.
question there is that the Republican Party of Florida and their leadership is going out after America First officers of Republican executive committees.
Yeah.
They did it in Manatee County,
Mhm.
and they're doing it in other Brevard County. They're just firing anyone who doesn't fall into line with them. It's really just a power play. They want to have everyone toe the line. David Kalin
Mhm.
at the Charlotte County Republican Executive Committee was also dismissed from his position for challenging the leadership of the Republican Executive Committee. And this woman, Kathy Chamberlain, that I think you might want to have her on your show, was
Love to.
suspended for 2 years from the Republican Party in Pinellas County. Now, let me read to you the 4 charges against her that caused her to be suspended. Do you have time for this? They're very brief. Okay.
Sure.
First one, she's suspended for divisive rhetoric.
Jesus.
Kathy Chamberlain has repeatedly referred to fellow Republicans as rhinos, including in public events.
I like her already.
She said, "We don't just have rhinos in Washington, we have them in our own backyard, right here in Florida. Such language fosters division and undermines party unity." Watch out for party unity. So you can't even talk your mind in the Republican Party of Florida.
Ed, did you want to speak about what the guy was saying about Alfie Oakes?
Well, yeah, that's another good one. Alfie Oakes is kind of a do-gooder, a conservative do-gooder in Collier County. He has been very active in farm to market and things like that. And he is being investigated by the IRS. And I'm surprised that President Trump has not called him off.
And let me say this about Alfie Oakes also. In 2020, when everything was shut down, for many of us that have programs that provide food for people, and especially for the seniors that were kind of isolated during that time, Mr. Alfie Oakes provided what was known as seed to the table, food to the table, and he sent tractor trailers all across the United States to provide fresh vegetables to needy families throughout the United States. So, we are really grateful. We was really grateful for the food that we received from him, because they helped us to provide for thousands and thousands of people, and also for many organizations that we partner with during that time when we did our distributions all across Miami and out in the streets with other agencies. that was involved. So, sometimes, people may not know who you are or whatever, but, I just want to thank him for what
Yep.
he did to help everybody.
He was very
So,
helpful. Yeah. And he's
yeah,
from Collier County. So that's good.
so it's
Let
the
me,
IRS.
yeah, the IRS is after them. I'm surprised Trump hasn't done something about that. Okay, so let me read to you another grievance against Kathy Chamberlain by the Republican Party of Florida.
Okay.
Kathy Chamberlain has actively participated in and promoted events organized by Defend Florida. That's a group that we work with all the time. They're a statewide election integrity group. He says, a group known for canvassing voter rolls and warning against election fraud. These events have been used to strategize the removal of established Republican candidates from office and party roles. So what's wrong with that? Isn't that what representative government's about? You get together, you get your own concerns, and then if you have to, you strategize to remove established Republican office holders. That's democracy. So, but they're throwing it out of the party for that.
I mean, yeah. Isn't that how the voting system and a constitutional republic is supposed to work?
Well,
if you don't agree with the person in office, you run against them to take their seat, and then let the people decide by vote.
Right. And you work with your colleagues to strategize.
Exactly. and because he didn't want to get ran against, they said, "Okay, hey, let's
throw him out of the party."
I mean, a pure democracy is mob rule.
Well, no,
and that sounds like what they're doing, mob rule.
Well, it's boss rule.
It's us against you. You're out.
Boss rule.
That's just bullshit.
Yeah. The other one is that she's leading figure in Pinellas Watchdog, a group that has publicly criticized local Republican leadership. So you're not allowed to criticize Republican leadership. And encourage.
But they surely wouldn't like me.
Encourage grassroots efforts to challenge and replace local Republican leadership, contributing to internal discord. These guys are crazy.
I know they wouldn't like me.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Well, the funny thing is, last year I did a book review of a book written by a Cuban exile, and he tried to set up a branch of the Libertarian Party in Cuba, and the Communist Party had the same grievances against him that the Republican Party of Florida has against Kathy Chamberlain. You know, they don't want competition. They don't want free speech. They don't want free association. So that's something else that I would say all your viewers should watch out for. A lot of rhinos in the Republican establishment in Florida and really around the country. And finally, she was What's that?
I was asking Mark, do he have a clip?
I recognize that.
He's got something coming.
That's your clip.
Cheryl, it was a quiet decision released last month that could impact millions of people in the country. A change to how immigration laws are enforced could mean anyone arrested will remain detained until they are deported. But some attorneys are now pushing back. This week, the federal government said in court that since July, more than 1,800 people have been arrested in the Chicago area. But having their day in court is not a guarantee. The immigration court is convoluted. It does not fall under the judicial branch. It falls under the executive branch. Separate from criminal court, a person's rights are much more limited. ABC 7 chief legal analyst Gil Sofer.
The proceedings in an immigration court, they're not criminal, they're civil. The question isn't whether someone has committed a crime. The question is whether they can be deported. And the rights are different.
Now, a new immigration court directive could keep people detained much longer before they're deported. In September, the Board of Immigration Appeals, the top administrative body which interprets and applies immigration laws, released a new decision. For the first time in American history, the court ruled immigration judges can no longer grant bond for undocumented immigrants who entered the U.S. without authorization, all but guaranteeing mandatory detention for those detained.
It is a monumental decision. It's a change in approach for sure.
DHS calling the ruling, quote, a big win for our ICE attorneys, securing our ability to detain illegal aliens until they are deported. But immigration advocates and attorneys say it's a total sea change.
It overturned decades of case law, of regulations and laws.
Judge Payton is a former assistant chief immigration judge who was fired by the Trump administration this past July. She says without cause. Now she's in private practice and says undocumented people seeking a bond hearing have to hire an attorney like her to file petitions in federal court outside of immigration court to try to get relief.
Demanding that the federal courts review the decision of the immigration court and tell them that they're wrong and they should hold a bond hearing.
It felt very dehumanizing.
Tonight.
Well, we should have less granting of bail in our federal criminal courts and state.
But you know what, Ed, you'd be the perfect one to ask, being an attorney.
Yep.
Or lawyer. I don't know. Those terms are interchangeable, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't want to offend.
No.
Because one of my viewers asked me a question when I showed that, and there is no ROR on an illegal immigrant, is there?
What's ROR?
Return on recognizance. Return on recognizance.
No, there shouldn't be.
Okay. I was unsure.
There shouldn't be on most of the domestic criminal cases either. How many people get murdered by people who are out on no bail? That's a problem everywhere. In New York City, in Houston, everywhere. All these people are letting go on no bail, and they go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on recognizance and no bail are basically the same thing.
Same thing. Forget it.
No way. I got you. So they were just using another term for no bail.
Yeah, just keep them locked up. There, if they don't belong here, then they should get going back home.
Exactly, which I agree with it 100%. I was very excited when I heard that, and then that's when I heard it again. I caught the dates, and I was like, well, "How the hell did I miss that?" From July, and then the appeals court did it in September. I was like, "Damn, how did I miss that news?" But still, it's good news.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hold them illegal bastards until it's time for them to go home.
Right.
And
criminal
and the
ones.
thing is yes, ma'am. It's your show.
It's a problem.
Yeah, because all this screaming they've been doing about due process. No.
The crazy part is it's like they don't give a shit about American people with no due process.
Right.
And now for these illegals, it's like they're going the extra mile for them. And where's the help? Where's the accessibility for the American people? The same type of thing for them.
That's what black folks are saying in Chicago. The city is going out of its way for these illegal aliens, and what have they done for black Chicagoans?
Exactly. Well, just like back in with the deporter in chief.
Yep.
With the laws that he used, which were illegal, and he was right to do it. I mean, I can't stand the son of a bitch, but still, that's one thing that I will support him on is his deportation record.
Yep.
Was and he used the same law that Trump's using, and the due process was what they got when they went through. Right,
when they came in.
When they came in, that is their due process, and that is written in the statute. I read the statute, and it's in there. And then I read the summary and the explanation of the statute, and it covers the due process. It's in there, and he's using it. You overstayed. Peace out, Billy. Gotta go. It boggles my mind that these people have zero reading comprehension or common sense. and it's blatant. It's right there in their face. You read it. It's in black and white. All you gotta do is read it. Nope, it's not true. It's the law, dummy. Nope, it's not true. You're in Congress, and the past Congress made it law. Your body made it law.
Mhm.
Nope, they didn't. Go back and read your own records, stupid. Nope, it still ain't true. God almighty. That's when we have reached the point where we go back and refer to that original document, that one
Yes.
that declared our independence, and that little section in it that says, okay, if this government is not reaching and fulfilling what we wanted it to, we can just cast it off and reestablish one that will. Yeah, that document does still exist.
Yep. Well,
And I believe it is still, it does still matter, and we can still do it.
well,
I mean, that's how we got here.
Yep, the election of Donald Trump has shown that that's what the people want.
Yeah. So I do believe we can still declare our independence again.
Yep.
History can repeat itself. It's done it before several times. And they keep fucking around. They're gonna find out, and we'll do it again. And it won't be a civil war. It'll be hey, we're here. Y'all want to clear out your desks? Because we're done with your asses. You see these 535 people behind us? Yeah, we elected them. Clear out your desks. You're all fired.
Yep.
And these over here, the ones in black robes, yeah, those 9 are going over there in that building. So yeah, y'all go ahead and clear out your desks. Take your damn teams with you. They're all fired too. This is called a real quiet revolution where nobody gets shot.
Good.
I mean, I don't see why we couldn't do it. There's a whole hell of a lot more of us than there are of them in Washington. Just go up there and tell them, hey, you're fired. Get the hell out.
Well, I think Trump's going to do a lot of that with the shutdown. He can fire a lot of unnecessary or
I wish. I mean, there's just so many unnecessary people in Congress, like 500 and something of them. They're called the representatives and the senators. Yep. They're just unnecessary because they're not doing anything.
Hey, Laverne, and at our next lunch meeting, we're going to have Raven Harrison.
Oh, wonderful. Yep. I was going to ask you, could she be the guest speaker?
Yeah, no, I called her up, and her, I guess, campaign manager, Sorbo.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he confirmed, and we're going to be advertising her. So we're working on our website.
Okay.
And we're going to have good advertising.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think she's a fiery speaker, right?
Yes, very.
Oh, she's passionate.
Okay,
and she had a wonderful debate Monday in her district, and she did really, really well with it. She received a lot of support. There was plenty of support there. So congrats to you, Raven. G, can you play that clip, Mark?
Who else is there running?
More haters. No, somebody.
The governor of Massachusetts, Mara Healey, is giving $30,000 to each illegal immigrant family just to help them to move into homes. Let me ask you, Americans, has anyone ever given you $30,000? I've bought 2 homes. I bought 2 homes, and I don't know how many apartments I lived in when I was younger. No one ever gave me any money. They are giving $30,000 to illegal immigrants in Massachusetts. Now, illegal immigrants probably have not paid a lot of taxes in Massachusetts. Therefore, the money that she's giving illegal immigrants is coming from her hard-working American citizen taxpayers. That's where the money is coming from. But that doesn't stop there. This is what she's also doing. Each family can also get up to $4,000 per month in EBT cash. Up to $4,000 a month. Do you know that how few Americans get any money, especially cash, from our government? Almost none. I mean, you talk about the people who are usually the poorest people, but just regular American taxpayers, we don't get any money from our government. Then $500 per month for food. Wouldn't you like $500 per month for food? And then they get free health care and free cable. This is what's happening in Massachusetts. Now, all of Massachusetts is a blue state. All of these Democrats, all of you people out here, all of you poor people that are constantly voting for these people, and they're taking your money. Yes, your money. Even if you work, it doesn't matter. You can be a police officer. You can be one of those people that work in one of the little fast food restaurants. The money that is taken out of your check is going to give illegal immigrants $30,000 to start a household. 30.
Yep. Well, she's buying votes.
She's
buying votes.
Bought a whole bunch of them.
Yep. That's the whole idea.
There's Miss Letitia.
What I miss?
I have a question for you, ma'am.
Fire away, Gator.
Can you please tell me how the vote is, or the fight against Prop 50 is going out there in your great state of California? I've been holding podcasts on it, and I would love to have you, because I know the vote is coming up real quickly in about 19 days or so.
November 4th, yeah.
The redistrict, is that the redistricting initiative?
No, that's the redistricting proposition, isn't it? Prop 50.
Let me see.
That's the redistricting proposition.
There's one for redistricting and one for yeah, I think so. The gerrymandering, yeah.
The gerrymandering bullshit that Mussolini come up with.
He's also
for up till 2030. Then he's supposed to give it back to y'all's independent board or whatever. That's not really independent.
Yeah, yeah. He does a lot here. He also is trying to do voter fraud, with the don't ask for ID and nothing new under the sun for California and for him. How he's still in
California stealing.
Yeah, he's been allowed to, his last term and this term. I don't know when or if he'll ever be.
Oh, they shut her off.
Yep.
Yeah, no, California.
Like what she had to say.
The worst for election integrity.
None. Somebody said a teacher needs to turn her mic up. So anyway, we're seeing all of this take place across this United States, and we just need to see more. Well, I think I want to see more of what I voted for. I want to see more change taking place. I want to see more policies getting enforced. I want to see things that need to be resolved, get resolved. Like put a stop on these Muslims that are entering this country. Moving into these small towns. It was already written into wherever that they could not take a seat in office. Then some people came along, they changed it. That needs to be changed back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have people now like Ilhan Omar that are saying, oh, my loyalty is to my president. Her president from Somalia. Not Trump.
Send her back.
Send her back.
That's it. You go back with your president.
Yep.
Bitch.
Yeah, well, what happened? I don't know. I guess there was an airplane here that flew over. Yeah, it's just the, this guy with the redistricting and all this other bullshit. It's all just for, fraud to get what he wants done, all this other crazy shit. There's nothing new about Newsom. Everything he tries to do is fraud. That's it. They want to cheat, steal, change the votes when they're not what they want. It's nothing new here in California. But to answer your question, it's going good. There are so many people on Twitter that are politically involved, even candidates from out of state, letting people know that, hey, if you know people in California, make sure that you vote no on Prop 50. There's a lot of candidates holding rallies. Carl DeMayo is one of them. He'll be doing one this weekend. I will be present at that to help with the signatures. And it's just,
Letitia.
yeah. Oh, you got the same. Look at great minds think alike. I got this from my oldest. She was like, Mom, it's time to do a different color on your nails. Look at that. We got the same color. That's just a quick commercial break. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, it's we're trying hard here in California. So people, vote no on Prop 50, but until the
Well,
people get involved, who knows what's
well,
going to happen?
former Governor Schwarzenegger is campaigning against that
Yeah.
proposition, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
yes.
a lot of people that are using their voices, which is great, especially if you have a big, platform like him. He's the ex-governor. He has
Yep.
a lot of people that, will back him on that. So if he
Yep.
votes no, they'll vote no. If he's telling them to vote no, he's gonna do the same. So yeah, it's going good here, Gator. For that, let's just see what happens, because as you know, California does what they want, when they want, whenever they want. They've yet to been stopped. Newsom has yet to been stopped dead in his tracks.
I think they're gonna get him on this one.
I don't know. Bill Asali, the general here of California or whatever he is,
U.S. Attorney.
USS,
Yeah.
yeah, they bumped him up to a new position, U.S. Attorney. He says he's going after Newsom to investigate the billions and billions of
Yep.
dollars that he has been stealing this whole time he's been governor for the homeless fund. The homeless are still homeless. There's more of them now. And I don't know what's taking so long. I think this administration should have did that last time when Trump was in office, but maybe things just take time. Hopefully Bill can get it done. I've heard nothing but great things about Mr. Azeli. So let's hope that Newsom, number one, goes to jail, and number two, they take all these laws back that him and Scott Weiner have pushed here. They've made this state, they
I
don't
hope so.
follow the Constitution. AB 495 was just passed. That's one of many. I don't know how we're surviving here. I'm only here because I have kids under 18, and by law, I was legally forced to move out of the beautiful state of red Arizona back to this hellhole.
Wow.
But it's disgusting here. There's so many illegals. It's hard to get a job here. The crime is so high. These people are caught and then released to kill more people. It's really, really bad here. I'm hoping that this administration says we are so fucking sick and tired of hearing about Newsom and Bass, and just come and just fucking sweep a whole new political party here. It's sick. It's sick and saddening to watch what's going on here in California, and it's done legally. All these laws are passed, while America just watches California sink under. You hear the same shit in the news every week.
Mm-hmm.
California this, California that, Newsom this, Karen Bass that. Somebody just killed another person. Every week it's something new about California. When is somebody gonna have the nuts and the guts to come over here and do what they're doing in Oregon and in Chicago? I don't, this is not what I voted for.
5 million.
You really?
Come on, Gator, spit it out. Spit it out. I love Trump too, but I'm fucking pissed. I love
Oh
Trump
no,
too.
you ain't heard me go off on that son of a bitch. I've done it. I've done it on my show. Daniel Mercury. I know
Yeah.
you've had your kids.
Yes.
I've been sending you them DMs and them damn backstage passes, and I've wanted you to come on when I had the California space just last night, and it went very well, and it turned into basically a town hall, for him. But you really got to, if you get the chance, get hook up with his group, talk to him. I believe we endorse him. Patriots United does. I really believe that he is or will make a great governor for your state. He has no aspirations at all for being president. He won't. His plan, his goal is to go in, fix California. If it takes 1 term, 2 terms, that's he don't. But that's all he wants to do. And then it's like, peace out. I'm out, and I'm done. I'm retired. He's former Navy. So he's a shipmate. He's military. I'm retired Navy. I've listened to him on more than one occasion. He's good. And
he's supposed to come on. We're working on it. He's supposed to come on my podcast.
You're gonna love him.
Okay.
I've had other people from my organization, other candidates that are from other areas of the country that have listened to my show with him on it, listened to the California show, and in the comments, it's like, I love this guy. Even other people from other countries, but other parts of the country that say, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. We need more governors like this in other states. I'm telling you, he's good. He's good. He's good. I don't know if you've ever heard my boy Anthony Hudson, who's running for governor in Michigan. Now that's a fucked up state too. They got all them damn Muslims and shit up there.
And they have
he's got to deal with
spot where they built for the Muslims there. The
houses. Yeah, he's having to deal with that shit. Dearborn, he's had to fucking deal with. And so him and Anthony are on the same level of got some shit to deal with.
I believe you. I'll listen. I'll listen to Daniel. I know you only back the best that want America first. I right now was
of course I back Miss Laverne. Hell, I'd back Miss Laverne right now. If I had the money, I'd pay for Laverne to get on the damn Republican ticket. Yeah. And America first, and she's gonna win that shit.
Well, yeah, I'll have Daniel on. I had a chance to interview 2 other people that were running for governor. I haven't heard from Chad Bianco personally. I reached out to him. That's who I was gonna vote for.
You better tell me one of them wasn't Markham, was it?
What was that?
One of them wasn't Markham, was it?
No. It was a young guy. I got to go on my Instagram page, but there was 2 of them that I was able to talk to and interview. They did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but my whole thing was, I've been doing long-standing investigations on judges, CPS, and I'm very outspoken. And what I've heard, I don't live in Riverside, but what I've heard from children of dead parents in that area about Chad Bianco, like I said, it's not time to vote today, and I haven't heard from Daniel. I do appreciate, and I know you only back America first. That's why I've asked him to come on. I want to hear from him. He looked solid. But what I was saying is, right now I'm voting for Chad Bianco. I haven't heard this other guy. I reached out to him yesterday. He said yes, they have no problem having him come on. So it's in the works right now to have him on. I want to hear what he has to say, but hey, if you back him, I might just have to back him because you vetted him already.
I'm telling you, hey, you can go listen to the podcast. It's on there. Go listen. He gave up 3 hours of his night last night.
I know you invited me, but I had the kids. I appreciate
I know,
it.
man. I know.
I got the.
Hey, not only am I America first, but family first.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely family first. Being a candidate is hard. It's difficult. It requires a lot of work, a lot of time, all of your life, because you got to get that thing 100%.
100. Yep.
And in some places, like if I was somewhere else, I know I could have won for that seat. But here in Florida, It's difficult because they always throw people in your race against you.
Oh yeah.
And that's the
When me and
part
Miss Laverne were running it, they threw a couple mil at her
do that. So
and
that's the,
just fucked us up. Mr. Hargrove, what's up, buddy? Um,
and he's coming
but
in from
yeah,
East Point too,
we
huh?
were just trucking right along, and all of a sudden it was like, no, you can't come on the Republican ticket. Yeah, so did the write-in shit and still threw a couple mil at her. And we're like, fuck, what we gonna do, Miss Laverne? She goes, we're gonna fight these motherfuckers. I said, all right, let's do it.
As you know, there's corruption on both sides.
Oh
Once you
yeah, oh
see,
yeah, oh yeah.
you'll see who's really America first and who's really not, because there's a lot of people who tiptoed this last election into the Republican Party. They are not America first at all. I'm hoping
Mm-mm.
that Donald Trump's team is keeping a good eye on these motherfuckers,
They're
because
not.
especially what's going
No,
on in
they're not.
Dearborn, no, we're not doing Sharia law in America. We don't believe in Sharia law
And
at all. Take
and
that
did you
shit.
see what did y'all see
Take
what they're doing in Nigeria to the
Yep.
Christians there?
Yep.
Yep.
And where else they took over? Was it some parts of London that they
yeah,
took over?
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they're taking almost all of England. There's like what 9 Muslim mayors
Right.
throughout England, or more by now. They've
Yep.
got a whole bunch of Muslims in Parliament. They've damn near got the whole country by at this point.
Yep.
I don't know why they want
And
to come
they're trying to do
somewhere
the same shit
else.
here. They're
Yeah,
running for office. Watch these rag-headed son of a bitches. They're running for office,
Yep.
In
and
all
they're
the
doing it
small
on the lower levels.
and
yes,
They're doing it at they're
vote
doing
them
it at
in.
street
they gonna
level,
work.
just
They
like that
gonna work.
ma'am dammy son of a bitch that's running in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
yeah.
gonna run for them lower seats and
Yep.
work their way all the way
You're
up to
damn
the
right.
top.
And
That's what
that's
they
where
gonna
you
do.
start.
Because see,
You
the
start
moves that
locally.
they're making in these smaller
Yep.
towns
Yep.
where people are so friendly,
Yep.
neighborly, kind,
Yep.
Gotta
they
watch them.
all of
Hey,
them don't
they've
even
been
know
trying to conquer
With
the
their
world for over
diversity and all, they're
for
gonna
how
say
many thousands of
diversity.
years they've been trying to conquer the world. They patient.
1400.
They're patient.
Laverne, are you in the city of Miami?
yeah.
Okay.
And
Well, you
you know
got
they
an
hate
interesting
women.
mayoral race.
You gotta what?
You know they
Yeah, the
don't.
mayor
Yeah.
race.
And the problem
And do
is,
you know that the city of Miami have already spent, I think they said this morning on the news, like $30 million just from bailing one of their candidates out with the lawsuit?
Yeah. Joe Carollo. It's terrible.
Oh my God.
Don't vote for him.
$30 fucking million when they don't even want that's money they can put up to help these people out here with these nonprofits that are struggling to keep their fucking doors open like we are struggling to keep our fucking doors open, and they got $30 million to throw around just to bail somebody the fuck out from a goddamn lawsuit. Everybody out here should be outraged about that shit. And he's running for mayor also.
Well, let me
people don't do
recommend.
their homework. They'll vote them in. People don't do their homework. They're stuck on the diversity and inequality, and vote these motherfuckers in. Once you vote them in, there's no more fucking America. They believe in Sharia law. They fucking hate women. They're gonna be beating them and chopping their fucking
They
heads
gonna
off.
beat them motherfuckers' ass real good.
People need to do their homework on Sharia law. They're bringing that shit into America. And like you said, they're starting local because that's how the fuck they're going to take over. You start local, and next thing you know, you'll be in the fucking White House. But America's so stuck on diversity and anybody can come here. Nobody said nobody
Diversity
can't fucking
and
come here.
inclusion. Them motherfuckers coming to steal, kill, and destroy. They got a fucking plan, and they are working that fucking plan.
That's what they're doing.
Their fucking plan. So when
They don't
you
want women
up and you got them motherfuckers at your door, and they're gonna kick your shit in and beat your ass. Guess what?
They hate
Just
Christians.
you voted for that. Just
And they
remember
hate
you voted for
Christians.
that ass whooping that they're gonna bring to your door.
They hate Christians and they hate women. You thought, women? You thought you had it bad before? Let these motherfuckers take over You're going to be getting your ass beaten, your fucking head chopped off. You're going to be wearing the whole, you're going to have to cover everything up. And those who want to be non-binary and want to be a woman,
Y'all gonna
motherfucker,
get
you guys
y'all
are
ass whooped too.
that part. You guys are next. You guys are next. They're going to come after the women, then they're going to come after the men who fucking want to be women. And you guys are, it's a wrap. Do your homework on Sharia law. These people
And
do
they
not
gonna come
like
after the
Christians.
Christians. And remember,
They
under
don't like
Sharia law,
Christians.
women have no rights. Women will not
None.
be able to
Yes,
drive.
wait a
You will
minute.
not
Wait
be
a
able
minute.
to work. You will
The
not
only
be
right
able
they
to take care of
have,
your household. You will not be able to run your household. Only the man gonna be able to tell you what the fuck to do, and you cannot talk back because you're gonna get your ass whooped. Okay? By
wait a
him
minute.
and
There's
other men in the neighborhood as well that are practicing that shit. So y'all better go
the
do
only
y'all
thing.
homework. Take it for a fucking joke. But when that shit show up at your damn
Yep.
door, I hope the
Yep.
fuck you'll be ready.
But
Yep.
wait a minute, I gotta say something because a lot of the women are talking about judges who practice are women. Let me say something. The only thing you do have the right to do is shut the fuck up. There are
And
some,
I
I'm telling
approve
you,
that
let me
motherfucking
tell you,
message. You
wait a
can
minute.
shut the fuck up.
Wait a minute.
I
That's the
approve
only
that
thing they
message.
believe in. That's the only thing they believe in. And when you do talk, it's more than just beating your ass. These people need to go online and watch the videos of these women. They are beheading them when they open their mouth when they're not supposed to. Do your fucking homework on Sharia
Do
law.
it, y'all.
There's a
Do it.
lot of women in Orange
Do
Well,
County
it. Do it. We
it,
are
saying
living in
that
the
there
last
are
days.
judges
So do your
practicing.
homework. Because
Yep,
here
not
you
only
go. Just
killing them, they're
oh,
also stoning them. You better
they
look at
are.
what's in these other countries. They will stone
well,
Exactly.
them in front of
speaking of
everybody.
Yep.
other countries, I was just flipping through on my phone here. Speaking of other countries, the Wall Street Ape just put up. I don't know how old it is. Let's see when he put it up. Put it up today at 11:30. Uh, the UK Prime Minister Starmer, that piece of shit, just pledged an additional 10 million taxpayer pounds for Muslim mosque security.
Ooh.
What about the fucking American people? We
No,
need
this is in UK. This is in England. The
or
Prime
say
Minister of England just put up an additional 10 million of his taxpayers. They call them pounds over there. His $10 million of the UK, the United Kingdom's money for mosque security. There's a little 45-second video on it where he's sitting in a mosque with a bunch of Muslims all dressed in
I'm gonna
suits and
see if I
shit,
find that and send it.
apologizing to them. Apparently, there was some attacks on mosques over in England,
Well,
but
And then another thing I have a problem with is that they think it's okay for a 4 or 5 year old toddler to marry a grown man.
oh
And
yeah, I saw that little video too. That little girl in the
then
little
they'll
time
sit, and then they
in the
have the
little wedding
other
dress.
little girls around sitting watching like this shit some kind of fairy tale fucking story.
Sounds like
And,
California.
and
Sounds like
hey, there's
California.
Hey,
Minor
you
hey,
assault
spoke
and
her
basic.
name, Ed. You
yep.
spoke her name, and she shall
Raven,
appear.
we're looking forward to having you speak at our next meeting.
I'm looking forward to it too. How are you today, Ed?
Okay, great. Yeah.
Hey, do me, Raven.
How you doing, Gator? Good to see you. I had a forum over our other one. We're good for next week. I'm sorry I missed it. I know it was
Okay.
probably amazing,
Well,
but
Laverne was a great speaker, so you're going to have a tough act to follow.
or don't I always?
Yep.
So yeah. That is the queen. But yes, we and I apologize. I was just on a Zoom call. I'm sorry I missed you guys, but I'm glad you let me come in at the end.
wow.
So you don't know what your district is exactly, right?
I'm
Right now.
sorry.
You don't know your district,
It's
right? They're redistricting, so you don't have the final map for your district.
Are you talking to me?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, we have our district was recently redrawn, so
Okay.
it's possible that they could draw it again, but
Okay.
unlikely.
Okay.
But
And your district 23?
yes,
Okay. And who are you running against?
Jared Moskovich.
He's okay, but in the Republican primary, you were up against George Moriartis.
Yes.
And then there's the mayor of Boca Raton. What's his name?
Did he finally jump in?
I don't know. I think he's going to.
Yeah, he
But-
said he was going to. There was Joe Kaufman, a gentleman named Alan Weinroth, and the mayor had talked about jumping in.
What's his name?
Singer, I think.
Okay. Yeah, he was on Fox Business this morning.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got a very he's making it tough for the other ones, not me. So
Good.
if he wants to jump in that lane with the four other guys, then that's
Yep.
fine. My lane is clear.
Good. All right.
So I just found an interesting clip. And Mark, I would really like for you to play it. I couldn't find that clip, Gator, that you was talking about, but I think this right here is very interesting. Play that one. Because there's some strange shit going on with this sandwich, y'all. Y'all watch this shit right here.
Now I'm freaked out.
Look at that.
We got Chick-fil-A for his birthday. Got a sweet tea. Ooh, they put the condiments in a bag. They've never done that before. Got chicken sandwich. Another chicken sandwich. I got the little one. But I think I'm pretty sure I took a fry out of yours, so there's your fry back. It was a long car ride. Which one do you want?
None. Okay, that's enough of that. I just thought that was something really strange.
You do that?
Ew.
I know, right?
That was nasty.
That's nasty. Oh my gosh. I don't eat there anymore. So we got a report. What did they have on that said that the chicken sandwich and mac and cheese or something had 267 ingredients? And I was like, what? How is that possible?
Hell, I had fried chicken and waffle fries for supper last night, and the wife just took the chicken and threw it in the fryer. Didn't put nothing on it. That's it. And then I seasoned it up after she took it out of the fryer. I mean, it was just skinless chicken breast. And it was fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, if I get 5 ingredients in something I'm making, that's pretty good. But
That's what I'm saying. It was one
267
ingredient.
ingredients, that's just
one
gross.
ingredient if you don't count the oil. It
That's
was
right.
chicken breast. That was it. One ingredient.
But here
Meat.
it is, Gator.
Chicken breast. Boop.
We
And then
fly,
we put wing dust on it.
well, we fry our chicken in
good
Wagyu
shit.
tallow, next level. Try to tell you guys. So that's free advice. You got to try it though. That is next level.
Well, no thanks. I'll pass on it. And they'll never have to worry about me. I won't even talk about what happened to me with that darn chicken sandwich. That thing had my stomach swollen. That was it.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't eat rice anymore when I'm out. I've gotten food poisoning twice from questionable rice. So I only if I make it here. You got to be really careful now. When you realize how many things have to go right for you not to get sick, but we're also not a big fast food family anymore. It's expensive. It's not good for us, and too many. As I get older, I can't weather it like I used to. So now we need to eat at home and do our best to make sure we're not eating the insect flour that Gates is trying to flood the market with.
He can keep that damn insects in the flour. Can you play that clip, please?
He's not going to eat it. He's just going to force it on the plebes.
I heard something on the radio this morning about the COVID shot. They say it's now curing cancer or something.
Sure. No. If they misspelled causing.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
Play the clip, please.
Guys, can you imagine a mega mosque on top of Mamtor? That can become a reality because today I have personally spoken with the Peak District City Council and they have granted me permission to start a petition. And if 10,000 people sign this petition, we will be granted a permit to start fundraising £1 million and start building the mega mosque on top of Mamtor. Guys, this is another historical event because recently we were granted permission to build a mosque, the first mosque in Lake District. So this will be the first mosque in the Peak District. Guys, sign the petition. Let's get this rolling.
They're
and make
building a
history.
mosque in
Let's
England.
go.
What, for the other several that are in England?
Yeah, forget it.
And that's why I haven't been back since we lived there. And I'm telling you, my friends are telling me that the call to prayer starts blasting at 4 p.m. and they've been conquered without a shot fired.
Yep, you're right.
And that's how they do it. And we, we play that clip, Laverne. We got to be careful in our own backyard. We got quite a few of them, going up.
Yeah, we was talking about that before you got on. That was
quite a few of them going up in Florida and Texas and other places. We're fighting that Sharia city, in Texas. How do they get permits for that? 40,000 acres. I mean, they're trying to, New York has Sharia patrols. It's happening everywhere. And if people don't start taking this seriously and getting on board, that's what it's going to be.
Like I was saying, that's part of the problem because a lot of people do not know what is taking place across this country. So they don't even have a clue. They just think, oh, these are some new, different type of looking neighbors that are moving in, but they don't know these people have a plan, and and it's not going to work well, but they have a plan. So people just need to be aware of what is going on with this.
Aware and doing something. So the people need to be aware. The legislators need to do their jobs. They need to get plugged in and do it. And this is a lot of what we have a problem with, not only in Congress, but it's all talk and no action.
I can't find that motherfucker now.
You're looking for the clip, Gator?
The one I just had, and all of a sudden, poof! It's disappeared. Oh, what happened to that motherfucker?
The mosque.
I went back to look for it. Damn, I can't find that motherfucker now.
I didn't see it. I was looking for it also.
Well, I never had it, so we will. But yeah, that is a huge problem. And I didn't have a chance to find the clip, but I'm going to be talking about this today. I'm going to do a video after this, Laverne. So one of these top gun makers hired another woke CEO, and they're going to stop making their most popular gun.
Right, Glock.
Yep, Glock.
Okay, yep.
They're going to stop making their best-selling gun because they've got a new woman CEO, and I feel the wokeness.
Yep. Well, you know what they say, get woke, go broke.
Yep. And that's what's going to happen. So, Bruno,
exactly.
And I have my 9mm Hellcat is my favorite piece.
Okay.
Bruno says someone made mega bucks, Raven, for the property in Texas. Follow the money.
That's right. He's absolutely right. Because when we trace that back, I was talking to Ken Paxton during that time about, how the freak do you get permits for this? How do they get funding for this? And it was right outside of Dallas. So it wasn't some rural area out in the middle of nowhere. It was a very industrialized, and that's what it's happening right under the noses. And Texans need to fight back. But look at what's happening on our side. We couldn't get that woman who married her brother out of Congress. The vote failed because we had 5 freaking turncoat,
including Corey Mills. He needs to be primary.
Correct.
Here, so I mean, Minnesota's like little Somalia now.
Well, correct, but you see, I mean, and you're right, Ed, about Corey Mills doing it, but then they scratch the surface on that, and then you start digging a little deeper. Does it have anything to do with the fact that his wife is Muslim? I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on.
He needs to be primaried.
But this is what happens, is I tell people, it doesn't, the people on our side of the aisle who are selling out are doing far more damage than the Democrats. We know what to expect with them. We know what you get with that. full on communism. It's the ones who pretend
Right.
to
Well,
think like us.
that's what I started saying, that there's a real fight in the Republican Party
Correct.
between the rhinos and MAGA.
Correct.
Hmm.
And again, we gotta we can't be straddling the fence.
Corey Jet said they cancel like 15 Glock models.
Correct. Is that Corey Jet in the chat? Hey, Corey. But yes, they are. They're absolutely doing that. But again, it's this little by little. You remember what was it Smith and Wesson who had to move? They
Yeah.
had been headquartered in Massachusetts forever,
Right.
and they had to move because it got crazy.
Right.
And
Well,
that's
they went to
what
Tennessee.
they moved to Tennessee. That's right. But again, when you have to leave your home after 100 years, after a century, because of wokeness, that's what it is. And I'm telling you, you can't say gun, Raven. Fine, my whole puncher. I take my whole puncher with me. I tell
I
when we
got
call people unarmed people are prey.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I always have Jesus with me.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, but Jesus in Luke 22:36 says, "Sell your cloak and buy a sword."
Come on.
So you got to be protected. Christianity is not a suicide pact.
That's right.
Correct.
That's right.
Come on, Gator.
Real talk. Real talk.
Freaking
Real
Gator,
talk.
man.
That's right. Real talk.
Keep it right
Gator,
there with
who's
me
about to
at
roll
all
up on
times.
you while you're on air?
Y'all,
Hey,
I just found
that's
this
it.
clip.
No,
I
forget
thought
it. This guy's terrible.
I found the clip.
That's it.
Forget it.
So play it, please, Mark.
No, this guy's
I'm
a
so
jerk.
sorry that we're meeting in these circumstances because
come on.
that was a horrific attack that will have impacted every single member of the community. We've just been talking
Send them back.
to some of the family members and getting a sense firsthand of the personal impact. I'm really pleased today that we are announcing a further £10 million to support our mosques on top of the support we've already put in. I'm pleased to say that. I'm sad to say it as well, in a sense, because I wish we didn't need to put in more security. We shouldn't need to have security in places of worship. And it's sad that we do, but that just reflects the responsibility on me, on the Home Secretary, to do everything we can to tackle hate crime. I'm so sorry that
You know what? Just revoke his freaking man card. Are you kidding me? Can you just stop it? King Charles, no wonder you had to wait 75 years. She knew. You know, the Queen knew what you were going to do. You were an apologist. A shame on you. And you're letting all that heritage of the British people and all that culture get flushed while you apologize to people. He's supposed to be the head of the Church of England.
When they showed him this morning, and he was going in with the Pope to be blessed.
That.
So he's going in with the Pope to be blessed, right?
Yeah.
And Camilla is behind him with the whole black dress on, looking like she's about to cast a fucking spell.
Okay, she probably already did.
Yeah, you did, right.
But I'm telling you, and then the Vatican says he's putting in a prayer room for people who visit. Y'all just, you know, it's not even bending the knee. You're just bending over. Stop it. Weak men create hard times.
Right.
Change my mind.
Yeah. Shit, this Pope we got right now, he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Mark, please go back to that clip. I just want to read a little something off of it. Please just show the clip back. I want y'all listen to this part, right? Residents of the UK oppose the Islam takeover and Muslim rape gangs.
Yep.
Liberals respond by using their own tax dollars to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing all around the world, same song.
Same thing going on right here.
The problem is that's what happens when you give up your guns.
Right.
That means the government can do whatever they want and you can't do anything but piss and moan. That's why they always want the guns. This is exactly how Mao,
They always want the
Stalin,
what?
and Hitler did it. First thing they do is they make you afraid of it. They give you an emergency. Then they take the guns and say you don't need them. The government will protect you.
Forget it.
And then, okay, it is. What can a government do once it's disarmed its people? Anything it wants. And that's what you're seeing. They oppose it, but guess what's going to happen? It's going to go through because you guys can't stop it. They banned guns. So what happened? People started knifing people. Then they banned knives. Now we're having acid attack problems in the UK. This is what happens. Is these people, you outlaw guns and only outlaws have guns. So these people don't realize that this is they've been trying this trick in history all the time. This is what they do. They get the sheep to convince, oh, the government's going to. When's the last time you guys ever had to call the police? So what are you going to do while you're getting robbed? Tell them a story? Okay.
I have
We
my
don't.
shotgun.
And my dad has a sign above above his door that says we don't call 911. It's got two revolvers. And my dad, I grew up with a gun under every floorboard, a rifle under every floorboard in the house.
You don't call 911, you call the Undertaker.
That's right. Get right with Jesus before you step into this house because you're going to meet him.
Yep.
Amen.
But people need to understand that. And again, liberals with this bleeding heart and, everybody is good. And, these people are good. And I mean, it hurts me more for the people of New York because again, watching them rebuild on 9/12, 9/11 was a dark day. And 9/12, we showed what the American spirit was. People got back in, they raised the flag again and started rebuilding the city. And now they're getting ready to elect Mandawi. Okay, who a declared communist, who is
And a jihadist.
Who was going, hey, we're going to tax white people and rich people, but that's not racist because I'm a piece of shit. So it's just, I get to say that. And I mean, he's just unbelievable. But the fact that we have to choose between him and Cuomo, who should be in jail.
They're both bad.
For nursing home violations. That's like, do you want to be shot or stabbed?
I agree. I was in Manhattan working on 9/11. I was working in Midtown, and I saw the first tower go down, and then our building was evacuated. And Manhattan, that was one of the best days in Manhattan. Everyone was so friendly and peaceful and orderly. And eventually they opened Grand Central, and I was able to take a train back home. I was living in Scarsdale. But that was New Yorkers really rose to the occasion. But the one of the things that I've been reading about, the people that are voting for Mamdani, the people in New York has changed. Something like 8 to 9% of the population of New York City is now Muslim.
Oh, that's why.
Well, and also it's the foreign-born versus the
we see you.
The natural-born citizens versus the foreign-born. And Ed, my mom was in the Pentagon when it was hit.
Yep.
So I was in England doing an internship. I was working at a television station and somebody came in and told me that the Pentagon was hit. Yep. And thank God I got to hear her voice and the line went dead and the phones were jammed for 4 days.
Right.
And that's when I came back. I was kind of enjoying being young and being able to travel the world. And I when that happened, as soon as I hung up that phone, I said, I got to come home. I came back to America and stayed. And I said, I got to be here. My home's under attack. And we pulled it together. And again, we can't forget. We promised 3,000 lives who were lost that day. We would never forget.
Right.
And, New York has just given it away. But that statistic, Ed, if you look at the foreign board, it's 62%.
Right.
He has approval among foreign born people who were not born in America, who are living in New York. So that's where he's getting it, is we just this unchecked of letting everybody in. I mean, he's got questionable legality as far as being here. Ilhan Omar shouldn't even be in she's not eligible. That's immigration fraud.
Fraud.
Right.
I do want to correct something.
Yes.
and you're not going to like it. And I just wanted to make it clear again, I'm not defending Hitler because he was a piece of shit, but he did not disarm his people. That is a misnomer.
They were already disarmed, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they were.
The
Yes.
Weimar Republic in the 1920s already prohibited
Yes, sir, that
firearms.
is correct. The Weimar Republic from 1919 to 1933, with the regulations on weapons ownership, had already disarmed his people.
Yeah. So they
They had
said
already put
correct.
in the regulations to register and disarm after World War One.
Yeah.
Understood
And
and
any
agreed. But it's just
and
the
any
sequence of how it goes.
any remaining weapons, Hitler did take, and he used that regulation that was already in place and authorized by the German government. Once he came to power, he used the existing regulations to take the remaining weapons from the select groups that he chose, which was his political enemies and the Jews. And that's where the misnomer of
For example,
Hitler
on
disarmed
Crystal
his
Night,
country.
Crystal
Huh?
Night, when the Nazis attacked all the Jewish shops, I wonder why didn't the shopkeepers have shotguns to let them have it? And this was why they had been disarmed before.
They were
So,
disarmed
Right.
though right after the national health emergency that was created by, that's what they always do. They create a reason to make you afraid, and then they tell you the government will be there to protect you, and then they do what they want. They
Yeah.
control the
Now,
media.
I'm not saying that the government didn't do it. The German government under
Understood.
Weimar did it, but it wasn't Hitler that
Understood.
did it.
they set the pace. They set the stage for Hitler.
Correct.
Correct.
Thanks, Gator.
Yes, correct. Like I said, I'm not defending Hitler. He's still a piece of shit.
Well, that same thing happened disarming in Cuba by the
Yes.
Castro government, and in Venezuela by Hugo Chavez after he took over. So it's a constant pattern.
Yeah, because actually Hitler, according to what I've just discovered, was he actually enacted in 1938 the German Weapons Act, which actually loosened the weapons regulations, but it was to give his Aryan race guns back. So like I said, he was a piece of shit, but it did he didn't disarm the people. It was the Weimar's
No,
Republic.
understood. The point I was trying to make was that Stalin, Mao, Mussolini,
Right.
all of these dictators
Correct.
follow the
You're
same
correct.
course.
So Raven,
Yeah.
what are the issues in your congressional race?
The issues in our race or what the other ones are taking, what we're going to be focusing on, we have to focus on healthcare. Because
Okay.
again, we've had people constantly saying that they're going to dismantle the remnants of Obamacare, which is part of the problem we have now.
Right.
Everything is bankrupted. We have to do something about the tax and insurance space. It hits here harder. What people don't realize is since these last two hurricanes, they're now actually refusing to give people insurance. And the property tax is so high now, which is a whole another issue of the whole property tax means you're just going to always be renting your house from the government no matter what you pay. But you can't give it to your family. The inheritance tax will kill you. So we got to get out from under the regulations. We have got to, the way that we get the prices down, the way that we get what the people need is we got to get the spending under control. We have got to get a budget. Congress has not passed a balanced budget since 96, and that's technically one of my two core job descriptions is to oversight the purse and to get a balanced budget. But we don't have a balanced budget, so we keep having omnibuses and continuing resolutions and rescissions. So that's where we're going to be attacking it really from making a government work better and codifying the Doge cuts, which people don't realize we still haven't been able to do because we can't get on the same page about this. But we got torpedoed for the last Save and Rain Act. But that's what I'm going to be pushing is to make sure the things that we elected President Trump to do get done.
What do you make
And
of the shutdown?
I'm sorry.
What do you make of this shutdown?
I absolutely, agree with it. If it was up to me, I agree with Representative Norman, who said that Congress should not be getting paid while
Right.
this shutdown is going through, but we cannot have all the pork that is in this. The Democrats are in no position to hold our government hostage for 1.2 trillion. And it's not just illegal for healthcare. It's they want COVID era entitlements to remain. They want child mutilation surgeries. There's a lot of things that are in that 1.2 trillion they're holding out for that have nothing to do with
Yeah.
getting our government. But when we're 38 trillion in debt and we're paying a trillion point 287 in interest,
Yep.
but what people also don't realize, Ed, is that 58% of what comes out of this government is already spent because of Pelosi and them and the entitlements and the auto pay, the things that they have locked in, that we only get to vote on a small portion of that, but all of it needs to be torn down and done. So while we're doing this, President Trump gets to do the cuts that they wouldn't do. But our military, they just blocked a bill, was it today or yesterday, to allow
Right.
him to pay the military. So this is the Democrats doing with the Democrats, but they keep saying Americans. It's not Americans who are losing health care. It's they're illegal voters, and this is the only way they'll get votes is if they pay for them. So they are holding our government hostage to pay, so taxpayers will continue to fund their illegal voter base.
And you're going up against Jared Moskowitz, who's the incumbent Democrat. What does your district look like?
The district was redrawn recently, so it is, I would say, just over 11.8% Jewish.
Okay.
It is the next biggest segment is Haitian because it's brought in Broward, which took Broward from D plus, I think, 7 to D plus 2.
Okay.
And the rest of that falls into the Hispanic and other categories. So we've got Palm Beach, which has Palm Beach County and Broward, which are both in this district.
Right.
And we are
All of Palm
surrounded
Beach,
by,
all of Palm Beach County?
I'm sorry?
Is it all of Palm Beach County or
No,
most
it's
of
the
it?
southern portion
Southern,
of Palm
Boca,
Beach.
and okay.
It goes down to Boca, Fort Lauderdale, Coconut Creek, Coral, Pompano Beach. So,
Fort Lauderdale?
yes.
Okay.
So it's, but they knew what they were doing in trying to include, because there's only 2 solidly blue districts in Florida, and Broward is one of them. So we've got a heck of a fight with their slating, but Jared is already taking swipes at me online. He called me a MAGA extremist.
Good.
And,
You
oh
want?
yeah, I'm like, keep it coming. And you are a corrupt Q-tip.
Yep.
Okay, we can do this all day. But but yeah, he's scared, and he should be, because this is a very winnable district. And again, if the mayor wants to hop in on Moratis and Kaufman, be my guest. Laverne was there. Laverne was at the forum. Laverne, what do you think?
I already talked about it. You just got up here. I told them that it was very interesting, and you did a great job.
Thank
See,
you.
Didn't I say it, y'all? I got 2 witnesses. Did I say it, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. So you
Well,
where was the forum last night? Where was it?
It was a forum on, was it Monday?
It was
Monday for the Ladies of Liberty.
Yes.
And again, it was interesting.
Where was it?
47 Club also, right? Because there was some people there from Trump 47.
Yeah, but everybody trying to be me.
Where was it held? Where?
It was at the, I think, Del Rey Civic Center auditorium. So on Jog Road. But it was, on Monday, the Ladies of Liberty hosted it. And it was really good, but it's really funny of seeing people trying to copy me, out there. But we want to be Raven. You wish. So but we know what we're doing, and we're going to get it done. We've got the support. It's really easy to say, hey, I believe in election integrity and these things. Another thing to have Mike Lindell endorsing me and coming down here to help me fight.
Good. Yeah, that's good. Well, you should talk about that at our meeting at the election integrity.
Excellent.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we've got a couple more coming on, so hopefully I'll have something new to announce to you. It's going to be great.
That'll be for November's meeting, Ed.
Saturday, November 15.
Yes.
at
Oh, I'll,
noon at the
I'll,
Longhorn Steakhouse in Doral.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Looking forward to it and appreciate it. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to speak to the people. And
Mhm.
it was really nice to have even people from the competitors team coming up to me. But
Sure.
again, we saw a lot of politician out there, a lot
Keep
of
your eye
people.
on
I
the
mean,
Mayor Boca. I think he's going to jump in.
okay. We've known about that for a while. Somebody told me a couple weeks ago he was thinking about, and I said, and my GC thought it was the greatest thing ever. He said, fantastic, because again, if you want to jump into the lane with Moratus and them, nobody's in my lane.
Right.
And it doesn't change. Like I said, coming into it late, he'll have to find find what he thinks he's doing with that. But again, it's bringing all these people out. There's a couple of people. There's one other person who jumped in. I don't even know. He's an ex-military guy. So again, he's taking votes away from Moratus, not me.
Mm-hmm.
And what, my father used to famously say, like it says in a movie, is that horses, at the race wear blinders. They can't see who they're racing against. They just run their race.
Absolutely. So how did you get a name like Raven? Are your parents from Texas?
My father is from Baltimore, where
Oh.
Edgar Allan Poe is from.
Oh, right, sure. All right, there you go.
So yes, I am literally from the quote, the Raven. I was born in Texas, but my dad was born in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it never really was a problem. They like it now as an adult, Ed, but I'm telling you, when you hit that point in high school, we're all going to memorize the poem, The Raven, and everybody looks at me and gives me the death stare. I'm like,
right.
So, but it was good. And it's an interesting, it also has ties, as my bishop also reminds me, is that ravens appear a couple of times in the Bible. In Genesis, when he was first looking for water and to feed Elijah.
Right.
And then in Celtic lore, the ravens are the bringer of chaos.
Oh, well, don't worry. Well, I know Sam Houston's nickname was Raven. In fact, when
Yes.
he lived with the Indians, that was his Indian name.
And Indian and for people, for the Native American part, they you have a hierarchy. You a lot of times will see Native Americans with feathers. People a lot of times don't realize that different feathers denote different things. Like when you're
Okay.
at a brave level, so Sitting Bull always had eagle feathers.
Okay.
And that's the highest tier. So ostrich, raven, so they have another lineage, and ravens are in that too. So it's kind of an interesting name.
Well, Miss Raven, I don't have the screen up to see what I look like on the picture right now, but I do have Ballotpedia up to see. I wanted to see who's actually officially on Ballotpedia's list, because there was a lot of names that were, as you were going around, and I seen a lady that was actually, I was following back, and it was Florida 23, and I was like, how the hell did I do that? And it was Darlene Swaffer. Who the hell is she? And how did I end up following her back? And why did I do that?
George Moriartis is the only other serious one so far.
Well,
and maybe,
yeah. And they so what it is I had heard about her. This will be, if she's officially in, and I'm not sure if she is, this will be her 13th time running.
Right. Yeah.
For this
She's not
seat.
a serious candidate.
So, and I don't do any, somebody tagged me with her the other day. She took off and made a nasty comment on X, about, about me. And so I just don't have anything to do with her. And I agree with Ed. She's not a serious candidate.
Right.
So at the end of the day, no, we don't swing down. So we just let her do that. And but it's been very telling. Like I said, I went to the school board to call out Edwin Ferguson for attacking
Right,
Charlie
right,
Ferguson.
yeah.
I was the only candidate there. I've been to several of the BREC meetings, and I'm the only candidate
I
there.
think Anthony Verdugo from the Christian Family Coalition was there for that.
So yeah, we were there, but it was just interesting of when Darlene's like, well, I don't see you at certain events. I'm like, I don't see you at these events either.
Right.
But again, who stood up there for Charlie? I did. Who is, going to these forums? And a lot of times I'm the only one when the MAGA vice chair, Lonnie Weinberger I'm the only one showing up for these things. So it's very telling, where people are, but that's who she is, Gator. So I was almost going to block her, and I didn't, just because I don't have time for that kind of, this is what Republicans do better than everyone else, which is tear each other apart instead of focusing on the real enemy. And
I
the
got you.
Democrats aren't even having a primary. They're all unifying behind Moskovich.
Yep.
Yeah, I see that. There's only one other one that's a Democrat that's listed, and this is Oliver Larkin feller.
And he's going nowhere because they're going to put all their money. That's how they always do it. They always unify behind a candidate. And, this is different. It doesn't matter. But again, I'm going to say this because I can say this. We are not going to send a career politician. Okay, the mayor of Boca is terming out. Moretus termed out. Okay, so what's happening is, again, are we going to send Trump to Washington, D.C. and say he's a non-politician? We need somebody who's not a career politician, and then send a career politician to back him up? That's like sending Gavin to put out wildfires in California. So that's the way I look at that, of just going, again, it's against the grain of MAGA. We're supposed to be using the power. It's grassroots that got Trump in there. And we can't now, and that's the whole thing with the redistricting. How do you feel about that? I feel if it's to protect their swamp creatures, then I'm not for it, because that's what they like to do. They like to get their establishment picks in there, and our country will fall. If we don't take this great opportunity we have with President Trump to get in what we need to get our country, we came so close under Biden to losing it, so close to complete ruin. And I will not allow any of these career politicians, to even pretend to have a voice that would rival mine.
Well, Laverne, I'm sorry you have to take off now. It's 5:00.
Okay,
I
well,
do too.
My next
take off anyway.
Thank you very much, and I hope to see you at our next meeting.
Okay.
You will.
Saturday,
Thanks, Ed.
November 15th.
Will.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ed.
Take care.
And
So,
then I will be going to my next podcast too, but I had to come show love to Gator and Vern and my people. And sorry I was late. And to all of you out there watching, thank you so much for having me and allowing me to speak and tell you what's going on. Everything else in the space, the campaign is going great. It is going great.
When you gonna come on my podcast?
Is it the Itch Bullshit? Is that Monday? I finally have.
You can come on either Monday or Tuesday. I have one every Monday. Tuesday is my town halls for candidates.
I should be good this week. This week was because of the forum was on Monday, and then I had a catch up day on Tuesday. So you just let me know which one you want, Gator, and that's the one I'm going to do.
I'm having trouble getting y'all to show up on my Tuesdays. I built Tuesdays for y'all, for candidates.
Then let's
that's
do
what
Tuesday.
Tuesdays are for.
Let's do Tuesday then. So send me the link again. I'm sure I have it, but let's make sure I've got it. And
I drop it in my candidates room, which you're a member of. You're a member in there. All you gotta do is
but there's a lot
check
of chatter in there sometimes, so I can scroll through a few. But text it to me.
That's
if you
because I
can.
have all y'all in there to meet and greet and get to know each other. So when y'all all go to Congress together, you can all go in force. See, I have a plan.
I know. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I've been
you
running
just
like
say
crazy.
fuck Gator and his plan. You're gonna go flying in there solo. Go
No, I said
flying
it's
in hot.
bullshit. That's what I said. I just. I just
And by the
love
way,
that.
you need
I
to
gotta
update
say
your
that at least one
Ballotpedia.
time.
You need to update your Ballotpedia with a damn picture, woman.
We're working on that. Believe it or not, you guys don't know the hijinks that go on. They listed me.
Let me put
in
I
the
got
wrong
plenty of pictures
state.
of you. I downloaded them from your website to make flyers and shit. And
yeah,
I
but
can
we're
put one up
aware
there
of
for
that
you.
one. But just know there's a lot of funny business that goes on, guys. There was they listed me in the wrong state, even though the
Yeah, I
paperwork was
seen you in
correctly.
Texas 26 one time.
They said 26, and then they said I was in Georgia. So they play games, and just know that it's not only the government system that's
Well,
corrupt.
no
There's a
wonder they
lot that
got
we
you
have to
listed as an
fix.
entrepreneur. You just running for damn districts all over the fucking place.
I know, according to this, yeah, I'm just like, but yeah, that's what it is. But everything is going great, and we should have some really good
Well,
things
come
to
on,
announce.
Congresswoman, get your shit together.
Oh, I already have my shit together.
Well, she
So
because on Monday she stood on her damn business and handled that shit, and
thank
she
That's
did
you.
right. Stand on business, baby.
job. She did
I'll
a
see you Tuesday.
job. You know,
That's the
she's
plan.
her grind and she's making that shit happen. So
That's right.
That's right. I know she is.
on
Hey, I
her
wouldn't
plate,
support her if she didn't.
and I'm working very closely with Raven. She
Yes.
has my support 100%, and I'm there with her, and we're gonna make this thing happen.
And these
Oh,
two
I know.
guys, they walk the walk. A lot of people talk, what can I do to help? Hello, hello. These two are behind the scenes every day, and Laverne and I communicate every day to, where can I be? What do I need to do to get all of this done? So we're going to get it. We're going to get this right. We're going to give you guys at least the highlights in government that you can be excited about again, and encouraging as many of the young people come be a part of the process.
You know, I mean, this is
Come
such
on.
a dismal thing that's taking place in this country. And people really need to be aware. It was kind of subtle, but now it is getting very loud and clear that it's just a hostage
Yes,
takeover of America that's
that's right.
taking place. So y'all better get ready. Y'all
That's
better get
right. This
And
is
and,
our
and, and
country.
I'm going
We
to add to
decide.
that. It's a takeover of the United States for sure. And if you look at it and be awake, okay, seriously, wake up. It's not just by one side. Okay, it's not just the Muslims. They are definitely doing the shit. Don't let that one side get you blindsided, because them Zionist sons of bitches are doing it too. They're doing it too because they are puppet mastering our government. Don't think they're not. Open your damned eyes. Open
it's
your damned eyes.
it's we the people against them, against the establishment.
It is
That's
we.
Exactly.
where
It's
we
we
at.
the people against
Do
the
not
establishment, because
see bullshit.
you
That's
got
what
them
it
damn Muslim sons of bitches coming in from the ground, and you got them Zion. I'm not talking about the good, nice people. Please don't get me wrong, but you got them Zionist pieces of shit that are running everything, including our government. So they're coming in hot from the top, and you got them Muslim, because them two fight, and we the people, red-blooded Americans, are stuck in the middle, and we're getting
And
fucked by both sides.
they are. I
And
tell it to people like that. I'm sorry, Gator, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm just
But
saying we have to watch out, because our country is being attacked from both sides, and we see it. It's just time we stand up and fight.
It is. And, never underestimate, for those of you who are watching and listening, never, ever underestimate the power of one. What can one do? A lot. Okay. And sometimes, Gandhi was one man. Mandela was one man. Martin Luther King was one man, individually, but together we can do a lot. So never, ever feel like it's not your government. This is your country. This is your future, and you have a right to defend it. Remember, the reason you don't have a British accent right now is because the heart of a patriot is strong. The British sent everything. When they said we want to be independent, they sent 10,000 ships. They sent all their armory. They sent their best weaponry. And why don't you have a British accent? We had taped up muskets. We had, we didn't have near the firepower, but we are free. So never ever forget the sacrifice that was made. So when you're helping, join us on the campaign. Join Gator and Miss Laverne and I on this campaign. If you can donate, donate. $25 helps. How does it help? It helps because it gives us the resources to be able to canvass the district and get the message out. And if you can't, be on the front line, support those of us who are. And can you make phone calls? Can you push social media? Can get people or have meet and greets? That's what we need. Is you
Can
want to
you
know
help
how you
put
can
up
help? You can
signs?
help.
Can you help put up signs? Can you help do anything? Because
Yes,
you
Right.
know,
everything helps and everything matters.
into
And
these
thank you. I look forward to showing you guys and showing what the power of we is going to be. It's going to be great. So don't let the doom and gloom. We're going to get this right. It's going to be ugly. God told us we're going to go through some stuff. So we're going to go through the ugly. But if it was easy, anybody can do it. We got this. We got this. We're going to get it done. So it is Raven Harrison for Congress and Miss Laverne,
three
Mr.
Florida.
Gator. What better people having your six, guys? You don't even understand what it's like to have these two people on my six. It's the and I have theirs. So we may, disagree. We may not see it eye to eye, but we are all in it together. And so thank you guys so much for allowing me to be part of this. I love it. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to dance to Laverne's theme music, but I'll be doing that behind the scene.
Okay, there it is, y'all. There it
There
is.
she is. She cleans
There she
up
look at that
okay.
beautiful creature.
Please donate to her campaign so we can make this happen, y'all.
We're
We
going to
need.
make it happen. And thanks so much, guys, for having me. I can't wait to be back on again.
Also, for that family that's in North Carolina, sorry I didn't get a chance to interview you all. I hope your situation really works out. So I will be waiting to hear from you all so you could come and
Yeah.
talk about what exactly is taking place. And I will even do it on a Monday or whatever. So, I it's really terrible, but prayers up for you guys.
Yes,
That'll
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Also, if you get them in touch with me, if they got some time in the evening, they can come on my show.
Okay.
It's Eastern. If they're Eastern time, this is the same time frame
Right.
as you. 7 p.m.
Okay.
And I'll even set aside the Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, or hell,
So you
I've
can work
been
with
known to pop up. Yeah,
me too.
I've been known to pop up a special. I'll do a
Together
special.
for this for the group that I'm working with Ann and Maureen and their group. Y'all, you could even go to their website with Maureen Steele and Ann Vanderbilt and Ann Vandersteel. Go to their page and they already have the website. Ann has everything set up on her page and they're doing an excellent job. Ann Vandersteel. And Ann has the annvandersteel.com and AmericaMadeAction.org and the American Made Action Foundation.org. So please go there. Y'all follow her page and page. The pinned tweet there is about the St. Jude Children's Hospital CPS referrals, seeing that it's taking place, and as well as other things. So please go to Ann's page. You'll find a link on her page to follow everything that we're working on and what we have going on right now. We're trying to help these people. There it is, America Made or Foundation. So go there and donate to the AmericaMadeAction.org with Ann Vandersteel, and help us out with what we're doing to help these families that are facing the hardships that are being caused by being tormented by DCF and CPS. Also, with what's taking place in the United States with these food stamps, they are being cut, and people, with what's taking place, people are out of work. Of course, they're showing up to these food banks in huge numbers. So I'm asking everybody that can, please go right here to the link, the CurleysHouse Food Bank, make a contribution to help us feed people And we also purchase a lot of food. We don't give out stale old stuff. I refuse to do that. So we are here. We have a lot of seniors that come that are in their 80s and 90s dollars. I mean, in their 80s and 90 years of age. Ever see, you know, think about them $5 food stamps. They get $5 in food stamps, while the illegals get what? 4 and five
A
thousand
bunch.
in food stamps. But American seniors that have worked all of their life, get $5 to $10 in food stamps, and their checks are so small that they cannot afford to pay their rent. So that's why
If
agents like mine, even though we are working on a shoestring budget to keep our doors open, we need all the help that we can get to keep our doors open. We need the help with funding. We need help with food. We do have Thanksgiving coming up, and we want to be able to give out over a couple of thousand turkeys right here in our neighborhood. So if you would like to assist us with that, please help us make that happen. You got the website right there, so y'all know how to reach out to us to help out.
I would like to add, Miss Laverne, on that EBT and it being cut off, do please ignore all them ignorant sons of bitches that are putting these videos out about going out and they're going to rob your house and lock your car, and they're gonna rob you when you leave the ATM, and they're gonna be looting stores. Them are a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers. Ignore them people, because they probably don't deserve to be on EBT to begin with. It's a good program.
If they do it, they
I
better do
do.
it in California, because they better not to bring it to Florida, because
Damn right.
zero tolerance here with that bullshit. Our
That's
government
right. Yeah,
not
because see,
gonna
Florida's got three. Florida
shit.
has three beautiful things. Actually, four. Florida has the Castle Doctrine, stand your ground, and we now have to return back to open carry. And the one and the really most beautiful thing about it is Florida is the OG fuck around and find out state.
Real
So
talk.
you damn sure don't want to do that,
Real
because if
talk.
you try to start pulling that bullshit here, all of that equates to you will be shot, graveyard dead. Okay, so don't fuck around here, because most of you that are putting that shit out probably don't deserve to receive money from that program to begin with.
And
And from
a lot
from
of
the videos I've seen, y'all some fat sons of bitches. How did you get fat on EBT? That's what I want to know. How'd you get to be 300 and 400 pounds on food stamps? Eating that shit that shouldn't be purchased with food stamps to begin with. Now, there are people out there that, honest to God, do rely on that and do qualify for the program. It's supposed to be a temporary program anyway, not a way of life. It's a temporary program that was designed way back in the day as a hand up, not a fucking hand out. The government ain't your daddy. Get a damn job.
that part. That part. But
Because all you do is you put a burden on nice folks like Miss Laverne that is just trying to help out the truly need people, truly needy people that need a hand up. The people that come to her just need a hand up. They're not looking for a handout. They just need a little help along the way. And it's
Right.
folks out there that are making these videos that just fuck it all up for the people that truly need just a little bit of help.
Right. So anyway, we thank you all for joining us here today. Anything, Gator, in closing?
No, ma'am. I just wanted to put that last little part out because you bust that beautiful ass of yours every fucking day to help folks, and it's them assholes out there that
All
just
of my
fuck it up.
life.
They just fuck it up.
Gator, I've been doing that all of my life. And people have to understand that when it comes to helping people, you don't have to be rich to do it. You just have to have the heart to do it. Today I went outside. I was talking to a young lady. She was a Uber Eats driver. And she said, "Oh, Miss Laverne," she said, "you may not remember me, but years ago I used to volunteer at your program. She had came here from Pittsburgh. She had a little boy, and she said, "You tried to help me find somewhere to stay, even though I was unable to find a place for her to stay. But I did do her hair for her, right? Because I love empowering people. They have to understand the talent is already there. You just have to look inside to find your gift. And then you just do whatever it is you enjoy doing. Because, like, for me, the work I do is not a job, it's something that I really enjoy doing, is helping people rebuild their life, you know. So, um, it's stories like that. She said, I just want to tell you thank you. She said, I know you have helped so many people, and I know nobody ever tells you thank you. And that's the thing, even though you can help thousands and thousands and thousands of people, it may be one or two people that actually say, hey, thank you for what you did to help me rebuild and repair my life. But I always say that all the glory goes to God. It's not about me, it's about God getting the glory out of the situation, you know.
Amen.
And this girl now has a great job. She told me she
Mm-hmm.
the foundation, and she told me where she have her office there in the neighborhood. So that is so wonderful, because like I said, and I always tell people, sometimes it's just that little word of encouragement. You never
Yep.
know what somebody else is going through, so at least try to build people up. I'm not talking about like the little nasty motherfuckers that can't nobody help. I'm talking about
That's some
people.
of them, yes.
It's a lot of those. Can't nobody help. But for the ones that want the help, at least be there to help them, you know,
And
get their life together. Even if you just help lead them in the right direction. And
yeah,
that's what
and
it's all about.
I don't know how many uh, agricultural people there are listening in right now. And I know there's farmers down south in Florida. I used to live down
Yeah.
in Glades County. So I know that there are people that are not in Miami, because you can't grow shit in Miami. But on the outskirts, on the outer edges, that's good dirt down there. That's rich dirt. And I know there's farmers out there. And I know I grew up on a big farm when I was little, and I know how y'all plant, and y'all make them when you plant, you make them cuts, and when you cut, you intentionally leave the edges. Shit grows on them edges, and you just let it die. You farmers out there can have somebody. You have your boys go out there and pick them edges, pack that shit, put it on a small trailer, and you can haul it over there to Curley's instead of just letting it die in the field. I'm up here where they grow a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna have to start loading that shit up. I have to talk to these farmers. I've seen just thousands, literally thousands of watermelons just rot in the field because they just finished up for the year.
Wow.
I know there's some down there too. So you
Yes.
farmers that are listening, load up that extra shit you just let lay in the field and die, or you just plow up or combine over. Load it up. Take that fresh shit down to Miss Laverne. She
That's
can get
right.
a place for it. I'm sure she knows folks that can can that shit.
Because let me tell you something, when them seniors come, I like to make sure they get plenty of food. Plenty of
And I
food.
bet you them seniors will take
Plenty of
that fresh shit.
plenty of everything to make sure that they're not gonna go hungry. And
That's
that's
right.
very
Take
important.
that fresh shit right from the field. Just pick it right off. Take it down there just as is. Them seniors will know exactly what to do with it. They'll clean it, they'll shuck it, they'll clean it, and I bet you damn well they know how to can it.
Yep.
They didn't get old by accident. They know shit.
That's absolutely. So
And
we
Miss Laverne will make sure they'll take it home by the bushel load.
yes, yes,
And for
yes.
you young kids that don't
I
know
don't
what a bushel is, Google it, motherfucker. You'll learn. You'll learn something.
So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you, Earthling. Thank you, Corey. I see y'all out there, Kia Burn. Everybody, we didn't see Meg G, Juicy. We didn't see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Laverne. I needed to tell you, Miss Meg, that's always with us. We need to send out some prayers for her. She's still in the hospital. She
Oh, okay.
she tripped and broke her hip about a week ago. And she had hip surgery to put a bunch of pins and shit in it. And I haven't heard back from her. My wife's been texting with her, so she's doing well, but she's still in the hospital, and hopefully she'll get released soon. But that's why she's not in the comment section like she
Yeah,
always usually
Meg,
is.
I hope you. I wish healing. We're sending healing prayers for your body to recover and heal very soon. Thank you, Janie Thomas. I see you in the comment section. And Earthling, I see your comment also. So once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. Y'all please catch Gator on Monday and Tuesday. And I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
it's the civics class.
Tonight, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the civics class is tonight on X. So you could join him right here on X tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Civics class. So in the meantime, thank you all very much for joining. And we're grateful. We're coming up to the holidays. Please, Janie says, hey Gator. So
Hey, Miss Janie,
so
Miss Janine.
Janine, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hadn't
Janine,
seen her in a minute.
okay. So anyway, y'all have a great day and be safe. Peace out.
We'll see y'all next time.
Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food, and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years to provide food to people that need it the most, right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App. And you will see the link above.